Hello, in these videos I'm working on the bottom of the allotment along the back and sides as shown by the arrows. Right, well the job for today is to clear all these bits of metal and all these bits of wood and stuff. The asbestos the council is going to take away and we're not touching that, but all these bits of rotten wood and things. We've got these fence posts where the old fence used to go. You can see the bits of wood in between the fence posts. So I know where the fence should go. So I'm going to put in fencing today. These 3 bags of weeds and detritus. There were 3 bags here, and they've reduced down to 2 bags full. I've taken what was in one and put it into the other 2. So when where there were 3, now there's 2, and eventually there will be 1. And that can then go into a raised bed, or the bottom of a raised bed. First job is to dig out these horrible bits of metal. This mound, there's a lot of Lord knows what is buried back here, so I'll try and dig out as much as I can. This is all was some sort of barrel. You can see the other end of it here, and it's all rusted and fallen through, but there is this blooming great mound. And of course, every time I take a step back I trip over a stump, so some of these have got to be taken out. Not using my good fork, I'm using this old fork that's missing one of its tines because it will get buggered. Of course, once you remove that, you find big pieces of glass. Yeah, these are fair sized bramble roots. If I left them into the ground, they'd come back again. Oops. Sorry. I've got to get rid of this bottle and this bramble root. That's a big one. So let's get rid of this glass first. See that? Thankfully that came out in one piece. But there's bits of broken glass again. Oh. Right. We get into the bramble roots. Just got this last bit to go. was a worthy opponent. Look at the size of that thing. Now those roots, I mean, that is a big root. I've still got to get to the end, and that actually goes below the fence into the neighbouring plot. So yeah, and people wonder why I'm out of breath in the videos, because I do have to dig up stuff like this, and then when I'm talking I'm just still trying to catch my breath. And I think this is the world's biggest bramble root. The other half of the root I couldn't get to because it's on the other plot, but the half that was on my side is, you can see how far it goes. Bloody hell. It's about 3 meters long, and of course the other side is missing. I had to cut it when it was by the fence, so it's another 2.5–3 meters on the other side. Unfortunately, my sense of achievement was undermined. Having removed that bramble, I find that down here, where I'd removed the bramble, just underneath it, the carpet starts. And I just thought there was a bit of carpet at the other end, but I mean, I just can't find the words. I could quite happily strangle the people here that had this allotment before. Okay, so to remove this rusty old barrel, it's going to be an archaeological dig, I think, because it's so old and rusty. It's not going to come out in one piece. Glass. Roots. Don't know what this used to be. I think it looks like an old-fashioned milk pail. God knows what he was doing here. Right. Well, if I take the sod out of that can go in the scrap metal pile. Dumping this milk pail and letting it fill with mud and rubbish is beyond the pale. And of course there's glass in there as well. Right. So this obviously that's the bottom of it, so I'll come and fix that in a minute. But yeah. Whew. This scrap metal pile keeps getting bigger. Oop. I'm hoping that apart from the bits of glass, there's no soil in there, right. Let's see if we can get this bit out. But this thing is wedged in pretty tight. So to get that out, I need to get this other piece out first. I can't find the end of this thing. I think that's it. Right. That part broke. I've still got this part buried. Oh, there you go. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. Something's moving. I don't know where the end of it is. Good grief. I don't know what it was, but it's heavy, so it must have been cast iron. Looks like some sort of stove, or part of a stove, but bloody hell. And then I've got that little bit to go, and then that. But let's get this bit, that bit that broke off it, out of the way first. Should now be able to lift that. It. Oh. Right, that goes out. Friends asked me, oh, have you finished your allotment yet? I don't know what I've got to deal with. One of the other plot holders filled up the boot of his car and took it to the scrap place and got about a tenner for it. I think by the time we finished, we might get about 20-30 quid out of it. Oh, I think this is got big pieces of glass as well, look at it. Use a narrow shovel because big shovel just can't get in between all the bits of metal here. If I can get some of this from on top of it, I can actually try and lift the bloody thing. It feels like there's another ring like this at the other end of it, so sensible person would just right off this corner, but I'm not sensible. Doesn't help that I'm having to dig through roots like this. And rubbish. It's buried in the ground all the way up there. I mean, it's buried. And it's not got just got that bit buried, it's got that. That bit broke off, but I don't think the others will come off that easily. Well, it's taking me a couple of hours to dig this bloody thing out, but eventually it's coming out. Yeah, it took ages to dig it out because all of this, I mean, it was buried up to there, so from there downwards it was all buried, and you had this, and yeah, you know, it's got all this stuff stuck to it, so it was the worst thing I've had to dig up on this allotment, but at least I've dug it up. And it's massive. Well, it's cleared that space up. There's some more roots and rubbish to clear here, but that's easy compared to what I've had to deal with. And then all this wood has got to go, but I might leave that till Sunday. You know, there's plastic there, and there's all these bits of plastic here and carpet. Yeah, a load of glass here, so. Fair to say, I don't like privet anymore because bloody things are everywhere and they shouldn't be. Right, that's another privet in the wrong place that won't come back. And if you're wondering what I'm throwing stuff, it's all being thrown into the where we had the bonfire, so we're going to have another one. I'll burn all these roots and stuff. Well, I've cleared this corner. It's only about 4 square meters that I've cleared, so it's not a lot, but it was hard work. So if anybody asks why it takes so long to start an allotment and get it sorted, I'll show them this video. Now there is all this stuff to sort out, but obviously this is the fence between me and Mandy, so I need to ask her first before I do anything. In the next video, I'll build a fence at the back and start work on another compost bin. So goodbye for now and come back soon.